TJ Brown and Gary Patrick to table line. TJ Brown and Gary Patrick to table line. Table 3, Jim and Jason to table 3.
Might be giving the world the
It
eight
was
again.
a miracle.
Give me a spray painted shirt again. The world's got the 8.
I couldn't see
If
my.
I can see again.
I couldn't see my speedometer.
No, you know what? I can see fine in the distance.
Well, until you get it done, and then when you can really see, then you know you
when
couldn't.
I'm up close with books and materials, I can't see nothing.
Right.
Well, actually, when I get a shot on the pool table, when the balls are close together.
I can't see those
I'm
either.
talking the object ball and the cue ball are just, within inches of each other. And I got to cut it in at a, 60-degree angle or something. I can't see those
Can you
shots.
see if they're froze?
Yeah, I can see
You
that.
can see that? See,
Absolutely.
I can't.
I'm
Even with the
flying
LASIX,
now.
I can't see that even with the LASIX.
I can still see good, believe me. It's just not as good as I want.
Right.
So.
Well, Mike's getting ready to get out here. If he does, he's going to have him 3-0.
Mike's on his way to a perfect match, looks like.
Looks like.
He hasn't done much wrong, has he?
No.
First game, I think maybe they battled around a little
bit.
They might have made some little mistake, but I don't think it was much.
Remember, they were safing off that one ball down on the bottom rail, and they both hit it pretty good.
Yep. All Mike.
Well,
Mike right now just float over for the 7. And then follow down for the 8. Keep an angle, or follow all the way down and get an angle off the bottom rail.
Right.
And get the cue ball off the rail a little bit. That's imperative, too, for all you players out there. If you can, when you're playing down around the 8 and the 9, getting the 8 to the 9 ball, you want the cue ball to be clear of the rail.
That's a perfect angle, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
just like
perfect.
you did. See right there.
Perfect.
You want to keep that ball clear of the rail, and that gives you an easy. The way I like to play it. I
Right.
love playing that shot that way. All the English players will go straight down the table.
Right.
And a lot of good players in America and a lot of good players around the world all go straight down the rail on that. But you really can't go wrong going to the rail. You can miss the ball more
Right.
with the inside ball.
Sure.
But the position to the 9 is always ideal when you go to the 2 rails on that.
Sure. It opens it up. I mean, you got a lot more shot than if you go straight. You could roll a little bit too straight at the 9 and come with a cut, come up with a cut shot.
What's the guy's name? The Filipino kid that breaks so good? Not Bustamante, the other one.
That break so good.
Gomez, yeah. I saw him playing Emin in the match out there in Vegas, and he had a shot just like that. Just like that. He could go 2 rails to get position, or he could go 1 rail to get position, okay? And it was to get on the 10 ball, the 9 to the 10.
Yeah.
He went down the table and overamped and went way down by the rack where he's racking right now. And the 10 was way down here where the cue ball is, out in the middle of the table.
Wow.
He left himself about 2-3 feet longer shot than he should have, right? So now he knows that in his mind.
Right.
He misses the 10. Baker wins the match. But he should have went 2 rails on that shot. That way he slows the ball down.
Right, you're traveling actually a lot more distance, aren't you?
He may not get straight in on the 10. I think he wanted to get straight in on the 10. I don't think it's always the best policy.
Yeah, I understand. Well,
as long as you're close to the ball, it's all right to have an angle.
Well, with the inside English, you're actually traveling further, aren't you?
He had the same shot with the 10 sitting where the cue ball is right now.
Yeah.
Instead of going 2 rails and out, he went straight down
Straight
the
up
table
and
He
down.
overamped.
Right, went a little too far, right?
Okay.
Made a tough shot.
Exactly, and then he missed the 10 ball.
Right.
So I think if he goes 2 rails and out, he would have won the match. He wouldn't have missed the 10 ball. That wouldn't decide the match, but it was close.
Right. You know, Mike has got him 3-0 now. He's going to try this orange crusher break cue.
There you go. Now here's
soup.
Here's what I did while
cross and roll.
Don't do nothing ill-advised.
Well, he took your advice. He played it safe.
That's
Got him pretty good,
that's the
too.
prudent play right there. He can't even kick.
There's not much of a
He
kick
could jump
anywhere.
it and get it, I'm
Yeah.
sure, but he's got to kick long rail.
He sure does.
He's got to kick one rail past the 9 with some spin
Yep.
off the bottom rail. Or he could kick to the side rail, go underneath that ball there, the 4 ball, I think it is.
The 5, yeah.
He could kick side rail with spin and go like that, but I think the prudent play is to go in between the 4 and the 9 to the bottom rail with right spin.
That's what he's
and
doing.
spin over and try to hit the 1.
That's what he's doing.
This is his only shot other than jumping.
See how he hit it.
He
Wow,
put too
over,
much spin on it.
over.
He actually could have made a direct path to the ball.
Yep.
It looked like he had to spin it a lot more. We really can't tell.
Yeah, it's hard to tell on a movie.
On this monitor that you can't tell either at home, I guess. But it's good enough we can watch it. And
let's see what he does here, ball in hand. He should win. I think he's pretty favored to get out here if he makes
yeah, he
this
should
ball.
win here, really.
Yep.
I mean, it's a bar table. I mean, how much can go wrong? He's just got to get on the 2 and then get to the 3.
Right.
Once he gets to the 3 ball, it's pretty much over.
He had a good shot there. He's
He
got a
left
nice
little
angle.
Bit funny, but like I said, most shots on these tables are marginal.
Right.
They're not that difficult.
Yeah, very. It's very makeable. All the shots on the bar table are very
Especially
makeable.
for a knowledgeable player.
Sure.
And Mike's a knowledgeable player.
He's played a lot.
He's not.
We used to go on the road when we were
I
younger.
don't expect him to win the U.S. Open this year, but.
Well, I don't think he'll play in the U.S.
But
Open.
I think he's played pool long enough to know.
Yep. He's
when
played.
He's got the right shot to play the right way. Play it cautiously or be aggressive.
Well, Mike's pretty cautious. I'll say that for him.
Most pool players are. I've always played off my shirt sleeves. I've never wanted to be a cautious pool player.
Yep.
Inside ball was my toughest spin when I was younger.
It's not anymore, is it?
No, I can. My inside ball is as good as anybody's on
I
earth.
agree, 100%.
I forced it into myself, I made myself learn it.
You
because
practice
I
it a
was
lot,
weak
don't
at
you?
it years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
And every time I got an inside ball shot, I would butcher it.
Right.
I just went to the table one day and I said, I'm going to make myself learn this shot.
Well, that's what I did. When I saw you doing that at my house, I said, that is a great shot. Because I could see how you could get from one side of the table to so easy.
Yeah.
And
inside ball, what I really did to my game is my outside ball was much stronger than my inside, but I actually made them equal.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to do.
Right.
Throughout my life and my career, when I first started learning, about inside ball and outside ball, and learning how to be a top player, and knowing the differences.
Right.
I realized that I wanted to be equal on both sides of the ball, which is very rare in a player. I'm going to tell you that right now. I don't know that Efren Reyes is equal on both sides of the ball.
Billy,
That's
what side do you think he's better at?
he's great on both sides, but I'm just saying that I don't know that there is a player equal on both sides of the ball.
They feel comfortable and more comfortable on one side than the
I
other.
know we're all equal on the outside position.
Right.
But when it comes to inside ball,
Right.
I don't know that there's a player that's equal there.
Right. I know what you're saying.
And I tried to equal him. That's what I tried to do.
Inside English is tough. Well, Mike has gotten out, and he's won his match. So
That match is over. Mike won it. And
he started out good.
I guess there wasn't much to talk about there because he ran away with it.
Yeah, he dominated.
We needed a little more suspense than that to get involved.
Yeah, I want to see a hiller. I want to see some suspenseful. You know, where they
all
shake a
want
little
to see
bit.
I was on the hill. That's right. I'm the only hill man.
That's right. You wanted from the hill, 3 down, right?
Yeah. I showed little guts there.
Yeah, you
But
did.
that's the bar table, and I enjoyed this little telecast, and I hope the people enjoyed listening to some of my views on pool. I know I got critics out there too, and I'm not going to get into that. Although you're a bunch of beauties, not but maybe I'll sit in tomorrow and do a few
Wait,
more
no,
matches.
I want to ask you one question before you go. Now, Mike, you know, the owner here, he told me that you told him a story about Parika. I don't know if you would like to share something like that
Well,
on the
we used
internet.
to trick him.
Well, you know, it was something about the Yellow Brick Road.
Yeah. We used to always try to get Jose Parika to stand there and say, "Follow the Yellow Brick Road," like in The Wizard of Oz when the Munchkins were doing it.
Now, why did you do
So
that?
I guess we're referring that he looks a little and talks a little bit like a Munchkin.
Now, didn't he beat you a lot starting out? Parika?
Jose, we started out with a little gambling career. He beat me in gambling.
He did.
Yeah, he was
I
a
didn't
hell of
know
a
that.
gambler. Parika is one of the best players I ever saw in my life.
Really?
Yeah, he was, for a little guy, that little.
He is
was
small.
As big as a mountain. I'm telling you.
He reaches pretty far, too,
He's
doesn't
a
he?
long bridge. I admired him. He kicks good. He's a hell of a player. He's gutty. He doesn't give up. This is what happened in our career. I was playing him one time in Virginia, in Kentucky, in the Clyde Childers tournament, a tournament I used to hold a long time ago.
Right.
In Richmond, Kentucky.
I remember it,
I
right?
think it's 1984 or something
Right,
like that.
right.
I got him 10-4 in the finals. I need one game. I break, don't make nothing. He runs 7 and out on me.
He run the set out.
I mean, I couldn't swallow a BB. I looked at him. I said, "I'll tell you what." You did what? What are you going to say this time? What are you going to say? I said, "I'll tell you what. Next time, I'm going to beat you. It's going to be a long time before you beat me again."
Yeah.
No, it's not going to be very long. Jose is a great player, but I tell you, I beat him. From that moment, I went home, I started practicing. This is no lie. He sent me into a training mode like none I'd ever dealt with I ever tried in my life.
Right.
I started practicing like 15 hours a day. I was so mad over that loss. I beat him 9 consecutive times in a row.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Let me tell you something. You know how hard it is to beat Parika once?
Parika?
Twice.
Parika's unbelievable. I mean,
9 consecutive. Ask him about it. 9 consecutive times in a row for 5 years. He never beat me. And I
Unbelievable.
almost skunked him one of the matches, 13-0.
that's unbelievable, Earl.
He looked at me after I beat him 13-1. And this was the last match I beat him, I think. And then he beat me after that.
Yeah.
I beat him 13-1 after 5 years, 9 matches in a row. He looked at me and he says, "You told me you were going to. I was never going to beat you again. I didn't believe you." And I says, "Well, you frustrated me. You made me mad." And I went home and started practicing more.
Right.
But I really was fortunate to beat him some of the matches, I think. And I think that's part of the game. You got to get rolls and things.
Well, you got to, but you
But
still
I
got to
play-
play good. You
But
got
to
to play
beat a
good.
guy like him 9 times in a row is
That's
almost
an
unheard
accomplishment.
of.
That's an
Unheard of.
accomplishment.
You know what I mean? To beat him twice in a row is an accomplishment, or
Oh.
3 in a row. You know?
I'm telling you, those guys over there, especially Parika and Efren, they were like the top 2.
And one of the matches, which was really rare, I 3-fouled him to win the match.
Oh, wow.
It's just a rare win, you know.
Yeah.
And the 3-foul, Jose
is a
is
miracle.
really.
That's a miracle.
I patted myself on the back. But back to the Little Brick Road thing. Yellow Brick Road. We used to always try to get him to say that because then he would sound like one of those munchkins on the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah,
And I
can
think he
imagine.
caught on to it after all.
I think he did. Well, thanks for sharing
But
that.
I want to thank everybody for participating tonight and watching the telecast. And I'm sure you'll have some more matches on tomorrow, right?
Oh, tonight and tomorrow.
Oh,
yeah.
tonight you're gonna have some more.
Yeah,
matches
we're gonna
and,
play the first round tonight, and then from there we'll work on the rest of the tournament. So, well, we'll talk to you some more. It was great talking to you.
Okay, Mike.
And,
Thanks a lot, and we'll see you tomorrow.
all right, see you, Earl. Bye.
Hey guys, this is Mike, and back from a little break. Right here we have Julie and Kimmy. They're local players from the pool hall. Julie is a school teacher, and Kimmy, I believe, is going to college. They're both pretty good. They're both, I believe, sixes in the APA. They're pretty good players. I believe Kimmy's up 1-0.
We need that extension on that.
Well, Jared, what do you think? You been watching this match here?
You know, I'm just catching up with everything right now, but it looks like, you know, they're trying. I haven't seen a lot of either two of these ladies play. What are their games like?
They're pretty good. They're like Julie's a 6, APA 6, and Kimmy's about the same speed. Nice girls, and they love the game. Hey, they have a team out here they play. It's a girls' team. It's called the Breast Team in Town.
Ba-dum-bum. Pretty nice.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's funny. I haven't seen you for years. You look the same. I remember I played with you about 20 years ago, last time I seen you at Pittsburgh, playing 9-ball.
It's been a while. It has been a while.
It was over 20 years ago.
Small world. Boy, I'm starting to feel old.
Me too. My son's older than me now than when we knew each other.
Wow.
But yeah, good times.
Well, she has a tester. Now, which girl is this?
No, this is Kimmy. This is a school teacher.
She's a
Kimmy.
school
No,
teacher.
yeah. No, I'm sorry. This is Julie, the school. Julie. She's a school teacher. And the other girl's Kimmy.
That is a neon pink glove.
Yes.
I am telling you. Just don't try and adjust your monitors, folks. That is really the true color. This is a tester.
Yeah, she got a lot of heart. Julie's a good player. Very.
Well, she hit that one and killed
This
Whitey right away.
would be tied 1-1. So what do you think about Earl? Laurel and his annex. He's something else, isn't he?
Oh, he
Earl.
is. He is entertainment at its
He's-
finest.
He is.
He is billiards. I mean, somebody once told me, they said, people like to watch Earl win. And people like to watch Earl lose. They must just like to watch him.
Oh yeah. How can you not? How can you not love to watch Earl?
Well, he's an anomaly in a way where you can sit and watch 400 people cheer against him, and then he'll run a 5-pack and be screaming, and 400 people plus the other people that were cheering for him originally are now all cheering for Earl.
Yeah.
And he just moves people when he plays.
He does.
I've never seen anybody get people emotionally attach themselves to his game so often, and
Yeah.
it is kind of neat.
He comes up with the funniest sayings. playing. He's the only guy I know playing for all kind of money in tournaments and talking to the crowd in the middle of shots, between shots. You know, unbelievable. I don't.
All day long, just keep talking.
Look at that break. She
Break.
look that pretty. Tell you, these girls could play a little bit.
Not too shabby. Yeah, this is a little bit of a tester. I don't know whether she's going to be able to cut this ball in the upper left-hand corner pocket of your screen, this one ball, and maybe keep position for the two going one rail. Little low right. What do you think?
I think so. She's capable of doing this shot. It looks. What is she doing? Who knows?
Guess is as good as mine.
We'll find out. But what should I say? I never missed a ball from here. I don't know about you, so I really shouldn't.
I admit I'll miss a ball every
really?
now and then.
From up, I haven't missed one yet. I'm a little better than you. I thought you was. No, I'm pretty good up here.
She looks like she's playing a bank shot here, which is a pretty smart shot if she
Yeah,
keeps that 4 ball in the game. Oh, she got it.
Yeah.
It turned a little bit too much
Yeah.
on her there. Now,
Tell you what, Earl. I just talked to Earl after his match.
Guys, just to let you know, we are going to do that break and run.
And he said that Matt guy played. He really liked that, man. Matt is a true. He loves the game. He liked that Matt.
Matt Rudder ended up beating Earl. Is that the fellow's name?
No, Earl beat him.
Earl beat Matt
Yeah.
Rudder? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he really liked. Yeah, but he said he liked his attitude toward the game. Oh, she missed that. Then we got the break contest coming up. We'll see how that goes. How about D. Atkins winning the break contest last week?
Really?
Columbus, $14,000 he won the break contest.
That's a pretty darn
Pretty-
big. What tournament was that? Was that at Corn-Fed Reds?
No, it was in Columbus. Did you know? Sportsman. Oh, Sportsman. Okay, I know where that's at. That's what's the name's? I know where you're talking. I've been there before. Nice place. All diamond tables. Bar, restaurant. I know exactly where. Nice place. I met the owner. Real nice guy too.
And what kind of break contest was it? $10 entry fee?
You know what? I wasn't there. No, you buy tickets.
All right.
I'm not sure. Probably I think $1 ticket, and I think $10 got you 15, and got up to $14,000. Somebody won the draw, and they picked D. Atkins to shoot for him. D had to make a bank combination, I think, for the first shot. I think he was telling me, which is pretty strong.
Well, for those of you just tuning in, we're here at the Come and Take It If You Can tour, live at Icebreakers in Youngstown, Ohio. I'm J.R. Calvert. I'm joined in the booth here by Mike Moosey, and Mike is the owner of Icebreakers. Mike, tell us a little bit about your facility. It's actually pretty amazing.
What it is, it started off. I started off as I was going to make an old school pool hall, 8 big tables, just like the old school pool hall, and a couple bar tables. And I have a friend of mine. He's a good friend of mine now. His name's Gary Patrick from Florida. He talked me into making this into like an APA pool room. So what we did, we got 10 diamond bar tables in the front, and we put 4 diamond 9-footers in the back. And each diamond table has seating for 12 people. So each table is set up for pool league. So if we could hold 20 teams here at one time, and everybody could sit and watch the matches. And it's pretty nice. We have approximately 60 teams playing out here this session, mostly APA.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty neat. Then we have a bar next door called the Ice House Inn, which is a family-style sports bar restaurant. And then we have another bar outside. It's about closed up for you. It's called the Beach Shack. It's an outdoor bar with a beach volleyball. And the Icebreakers has a bar. Then any food here is ordered from the Ice House. We deliver it here from the bar up front.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a nice place. A lot of leagues, families, kids.
Yeah, well, I tell you, it's spacious, has a nice atmosphere. People are friendly. That goes a
Very.
long way there.
Very.
As far as rooms go, wow, this is top shelf here.
It is. Yeah. Well, Gary sort of, steered me along.
It's over there.
But yeah, it's nice. I like it. I miss be honest. I miss the old style pool hall. I miss the old, the 9-footers, the action, the ring games. It's not like it used to be, but this is very nice.
Yeah, this is as far as things go. Any pool room that has a 14-foot great white shark hanging from the ceiling when you walk in, they're aces with me.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. I don't know if we get a shot of the shark soon, but it's pretty neat. It's an actual molding of a real great white shark. Oh, here comes the break and run contest. Maybe they'll call
Now
my name.
And that's what you do. Is that everybody gets a ticket and you pull it and it keeps carrying over?
Yeah, you get a ticket and they draw your name, and then you could either shoot or have somebody shoot for you. Look at that shot by Kimmy. Very nice shot.
Refresh. Look at that. All right. Well, let's take a minute here and show you guys icebreakers.
The ice house inn started actually in 1934, and then 1960 my father took over. In 1993, me and my brother took over. And also my kids work here too, so that's 4 generations. Our bar offers a full menu, a full bar. Our specialties include beer battered chicken, our steak dinners, and our famous Friday fish fry. We got a little more than 25 beers on tap here. We also offer behind the ice house a pool hall called Icebreakers, which has 14 pool tables. And next to it, we also have a summer bar called the Beach Shack. It's a summer atmosphere with a volleyball court, and we also rent that for parties. What makes us different than other restaurants is we're family-owned, we're not a chain. I've been here my whole life, so I know all these customers by first name.
I come here every time I come in town. From Florida, grew up in this area, friends with Mike and John.
If we get the
Love
video,
this
we
place.
could.
It has great food. I love the fact that it's
Yeah, we could
family-run
probably
business and
strip
really
it
make
out.
me feel at home when I'm here.
We got 12 screens
No,
here,
no, we
so
could.
we show all
I'll,
sports manageable.
I'll help you guys
From
promote
football, baseball,
That's
hockey, and my favorite, NASCAR. So no matter who you are, you're gonna find something here you like. Whether it's coming for a full dinner,
2 to
a
1.
drink, an appetizer, or shooting game of pool, we love to have you here.
Yeah.
Okay, Kimmy's up 2 to 1. And these guys are very good friends too. I don't know if I mentioned that. Kimmy and Julie are very good friends too. So this is a little tough fight here, a little tricky.
Well, I think if she comes all the way back to the center of the table, with a follow stroke, maybe a hair of right, she'll be fine.
Nice shot, Kimmy. Very nice.
That's perfect.
Very nice. That 8-ball's a little tricky.
Yeah. I don't know what I would try at this moment because I think, I don't want to go beyond what she's doing. But I think if she was really to get into this, I think the next shot she should really be looking at getting back across
Nice shot.
in between the 8 and 9, possibly.
She's lined up perfect for it.
Do you like any banks with that 8-ball? I don't really like any banks.
It's froze. Nah, it's tough. But she's at a perfect angle to get right there close to the 9, and she's a shot maker. She'll make the 8. She gets close to it.
Yeah.
See what she's doing here.
I think she's laying perfect with a little high left and just roll back right across there.
1, 2.
You're going to be a little close to her work.
Close.
See, this brings up an interesting shot. Is she can pretty much bank at this 8-ball down in the lower corner, the lower left-hand corner of your screen, and leave the cue ball frozen to the rail and hit that bank hard enough that it comes back out a couple of diamonds so that there's no easy lay.
Yeah, looks like she's cutting it. Safe
Nice
shot.
try at the safe. I think she might not like the outcome, though. Left her a natural. Little deceiving shot, though. I've seen this shot. People try and roll it in because they're afraid the cue ball is going to get away from them, and next thing you know, they've missed the ball altogether.
She stroke it? Yeah, she did.
She hit it real nice.
And you know, Julie's nice. I played them before in leagues and tournaments, and they're very, you know, they're very nice to play. Nice, polite. 2-2.
Two. Yeah.
Tell you what, Jerry, this is a good thing you're doing. This streaming, it's pretty. I tell you what, it's going to catch on really good. I
Yeah.
like it, and I'll start watching it too. It's pretty, you know, players get to watch. It's nice because they're all just, you know, not like people you know and in your speed. I mean, everybody got a chance to play in these tournaments and on streaming, which is pretty neat.
Yeah,
I think
and
it's
thank you. We try and do it, excuse me, with a little bit of touch that gives it a little bit more professionalism.
it's very,
You know, the lighting, the scorekeeping, logos.
no,
you
it's
know,
very
little
nice. Yeah, your guy walked in though. He didn't know we had 16-foot ceilings. He thought he looked. He was a little surprised when he came in, but he'd tell you he did a nice job setting up. It's really nice. And I mean, you guys look at this picture here. You guys have. It's nice.
Thank you.
And she made a shot here.
Well, with all the people that are carrying iPhones anymore, our iPhone app, which should be released here very shortly, people will be able to get the stream on their phone. And on top of it, they'll actually be able to get the magazine subscription right on their phone too. So.
Nice magazine. Yeah. Actually, we was right next to your booth, and last week we was in Atlanta, Georgia. It was right next to your booth. Mike's booth was right next to your booth.
Exactly. I wasn't actually at that event, but I heard you guys were right next door. I saw it on the map, and
Yeah.
I think we even spoke when you were down there.
Yeah, you called me and you didn't know you thought I was up here in Youngstown. So I'm right next to your guys. And that lady you had was funny. I don't know who that lady is from New York. That lady working the booth.
Yeah, she's a hoot.
Yeah, and the other kid,
Nancy. Yeah, I
Nancy.
believe
And what was the
Nancy.
kid's name? He was another
Jose.
one. Jose. Yeah.
Hard workers. Now this is a little bit of a touchy shot because that 5 is blocking the 3 so much that she's going to have to come underneath like
Oh,
this.
wow. She got it.
Flirted with disaster a little
Yeah.
bit, but I think she's going to at least get to shoot at the 3 ball.
Now all these matches are available on tape. All these matches, everything we're showing here.
Actually, what we do is we do something interesting is we record them to Ustream. And from there, we have a special partner package with YouTube, and we're kind of their billiard partner. And what we do is we upload them to YouTube, and from YouTube, we also put them on our site, and we put them from there into the flipping version of the electronic magazine. And for those of the viewers that might not know what the electronic magazine is, it's the e-mag. We do print the magazine, and then we create a flipping page, zooming, and
wow.
videos and everything else. And they're the big full-screen videos, so you'll see the video as big as it can be. It won't be the size of a postage stamp.
Very good.
And it's catching on. A lot of people like the magazine. Right now, we get about 700,000 people a month that download the magazine and view it. So matches like this can actually get viewed by quite a few people in the end.
That was a nice shot on the 6. She's got a nice little out here. Very nice out.
Yeah, she's...
So how long was your magazine in business?
10 years.
10 years?
Yep. Well, it's just short of 10 years.
Very
But
good. It's a nice, very nice, yeah. Well, Mike
Thank you.
advertises with you, and, you know. And a friend of mine was on the cover. Sean Putnam was on it before. Sean was on the cover.
Yeah, we've I guess have put so many players on the cover. I think right now Efren might be leading the way, and then Mika and Mika and Efren.
Yeah.
And then
Well, all I seen when I was in Atlanta, all I seen was
Bustamante.
Bustamante. You got about 400 magazines. When he left, was I many. He was on the cover.
Yeah. Well, this month we have Neslihan Gurel from Turkey. Very striking young lady. We did a photo shoot with her in New York, basically, and nice spread. We've got a 7 or 8 page pictorial spread from her shots, and she's on the cover. I'll be bringing a few of those in tomorrow.
Good, yeah.
And setting them around. And give your customers a little freebie.
Yeah, they'll like that. They'll take it. Pool players are tough. They'll take whatever you give them.
I hear that.
I guess I missed Earl's Yellow Brick Road story up here. I missed it. I was down.
Yeah, I missed it too. I heard the washed down version, but I think we have it on tape.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the good news, she made a ball. The bad news is, wow.
The good news is she could push. Let's see what she does here. When I started playing pool, there was no ball in hand, no push. It was what was it? Push out, option, then you shot again. It was, I think that's what we played before. That was before they didn't have ball in hand when I started. You push out, option, then if they didn't take it, you took the ball, shot again. Yeah, this is tough here. How about Earl's talking about wanting to have another rematch with Efren? What do you think about that?
Obviously I like it.
Yeah.
That'd be great for the sport. And Earl's getting back in shape. He's running every day. I don't know how he's playing. I'm assuming that as he's running, he's playing pretty good. So sounds exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, I tell you what, he gets up early in the morning. He runs 5 miles every day. I mean, every day he runs. He's ready. He's in shape. But that'd be pretty neat. Efren just amazing too. What a player. It just I remember when he first came over. He wasn't Efren Reyes. Remember his name when he first came over?
Cesar Morales.
Yeah. And when I was a kid, Americans were champions. There was no such thing as champions from other countries. Efren came and just changed all that.
Yeah. Well, I remember seeing Conrad Berkman's National Billiard News and seeing Cesar Morales in it when he won Reds. And I remember saying, wow. I mean, I didn't know what country he was from or anything like that, so I had to read the magazine, obviously, a little bit. But, it really struck me as odd. But I had seen there was a book out called Lies, Legends, and the Truth Beyond the Higher Green Felt. And it talked about an American writer going over into the Philippines and playing with the guys. And he played Efren Reyes because everybody was telling him that there were players in the Philippines that could give our pros the 8-ball. I don't know whether you folks just heard that, but somebody out there had an emotional...
Huh. Yeah, actually, that's when I first met Mike, Babyface. He finished 4th in that tournament. Strickland finished 3rd, and Wade Crane, back then he was Billy Johnson, he was runner-up in that tournament. That was, but Efren, it was amazing. They said they never seen nobody that played like him, spun the balls like him, it was amazing. And now here he is now, 25 years later, still playing like that.
Yep. Well, he's pretty much influenced a whole generation and a game. The game is new because of how he has approached it. Now, I don't know whether he invented all these ways that's the island of the Philippines. Their players use a lot of certain shots or styles. And I can't say that Efren invented them, but boy, I'll tell you, he's perfected them, and a lot of people learned how to do it because of him. And if he did invent them, which is very possible, I mean, that's just, even more impressive.
Well, he changed our game. He changed the kick safe. It's amazing how they play you safe them, and they safe you back, but they intentionally safe you back. They just change the whole game.
I think Kim is going to be out here.
Looks good.
Now this is Kim, right?
Yeah. Oh,
I just jinxed her. I guess.
See? Don't.
And that'll happen when you slow roll that ball like that. It'll just pull to the bottom rail on you a little bit.
You got to stroke the ball, follow through. That was nice right there.
Yeah, I think she's okay here.
Now, who's your favorite player growing up when you was playing?
That's a good question. It varied because trying to emulate styles and trying to figure out which one would be mine, I had to study different players. And I have to admit, Earl is one of the reasons, if not the reason, why I started playing the game. Because I was sick and I was watching ESPN, or well, ABC Sports at the time, and he hit himself behind a 5-ball while shooting a 3-ball and playing Steve Mizerac in the, I think it was the finals of the Caesars Tahoe, and he jumped the 5-ball with the cue and made the 3 and drew the cue ball and ran out. And I knew right then I wanted to play pool. And
I remember that. I remember when he did that shot in 1983.
Yep.
I was 20 years. Yeah, I remember that.
And well, you know, here we are. I've come full circle, and you know, basically, I can say now. I mean, Steve Mizerac was a great player, really intelligent guy. Earl obviously is Earl. I mean, he's a legend. I really particularly like Buddy Hall's game, Nick Varner's game. These are guys that would forever, I think, they're going to stand the test of time as legends.
Oh, Nick Varner, you know, funny story. I was in college in 1981, and that's the scene. Met Nick Varner. He did an exhibition for us, and I'll never forget. He was doing some shots, and back then we did it was sort of a jump shot. You put 2 balls together and run the cue ball through them. And then we asked Nick Varner about jumping the balls, and Nick Varner says, you got to jump part of a ball, but you can never jump a whole ball. It's impossible. And he was a champion. The next year, Earl Strickland's, I see him in Akron, open, jumping the ball. And it was funny how Earl changed the whole game. Literally changed the whole way the game's played.
And I would say that's his contribution there, too, is that he changed the game. He certainly got me involved. I mean, had he not jumped that ball that day, had he missed it, I probably would have kept flipping channels. I don't know.
I told Earl he cost our pool room a lot of money when he jumped that ball because there must have been 8 tables got their cloth ripped that next week jumping balls. So he owes my the old pool room operator a lot of money for new cloth. But
I think Malley and Simonis were laughing all the way to the bank on that.
That was the best thing since sliced bread. Earl made him a lot of money. Oh yeah, the guy they ended up making signs, said no masse or jump shots because everyone kept on ripping the cloth, gouging rails.
Well, after The Color of Money came out, you couldn't keep people from jumping balls.
Yeah, that was out in
'86.
'86, another good movie. But my favorite's The Hustler. That's the best. That's my all-time favorite.
Yeah,
that's what made me start playing pool. I seen The Hustler one night. I was home, and I couldn't wait to play pool after that. When I seen that, I said, fell in love with the game. And I still watch that movie. Every time I watch the whole movie, never get bored.
This doesn't matter. Yeah,
Dice House started actually in 1934, and then 1960 my father took over. In 1993, me and my brother took over.
Want to try your
also
hand
my
at some
kids
commentary?
work here too, so that's 4 generations. Our bar offers a full menu, a full bar. Our specialties include good batter chicken, our steak dinners, and our famous Friday fish fry. We got a little more than 25 beers on tap here. We also offer behind the Ice House a pool hall called Icebreakers, which has 14 pool tables. And next to it, we also have a summer bar called the Beach Shack. It's a summer atmosphere with a volleyball court, and we also rent that for parties. What makes us different than other restaurants is we're family-owned, we're not a chain. I've been here my whole life, so I know all these customers by first name.
I come here every time I come in town. I'm from Florida, grew up in this area, friends with Mike and John. Love this place, it has great food. I love the fact that it's a family-run business and really make me feel at home when I'm here.
We got 12 screens here, so we show all sports imaginable, from football,
baseball, hockey, and my favorite, NASCAR. So no matter who you are, you're going to find something here you like. Whether it's coming for a full dinner, a drink, an appetizer, or shoot a game of pool, we love to have you here.
Switch.
Dice on.
Look at you. That's a pretty darn good break there. Well,
What do we got here?
looks like she's made a few balls on the break. Has a pretty easy shot to get started. And the world's not that bad.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to get off here for a minute. This is Gary Patrick, very good friend of mine. Actually, he's the one I told you who changed the whole idea of this pool room and got me going, and has a lot of ideas, and he loves the game of pool. He lives in Florida, and he lives up here. He goes back and forth every week. Plays pool about 8 days a week, this guy. But no, he loves pool. You won't find nobody loves the game more than he does, and he's a big reason why we're here right now. And here's Gary Patrick.
Well, Gary, welcome.
Hey, thanks.
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself. I don't know whether Mike gave us the real skinny on you there. He might have blown your action all over town, well, all over the country now.
Well, Mike and I have been friends for quite a while, and he used to have a small pool hall just with 9-footers. And being a league player myself, I saw a big need for a place like this where we accommodated the league players. So I talked with Mike about it, and he finally agreed with me, and this was the end result. You know, we have all the diamond bar boxes, and we have like 85 teams that play out of here every week. So the place is usually hopping pretty good. Then on the weekends, we try to accommodate them with tournaments, handicap-type tournaments most of the time, so that the league players can compete. And it's a lot of fun. We get pretty good turnouts, and place is doing well.
Excellent, excellent.
And likewise, what you guys are doing, I think, is a good way to get the amateur pool on the map, where we got a lot of local people watching it now. And I think if you continue to do stuff like this, we could go out and sell our local retail businesses. They would buy some advertisement, which we could show around the tables. And,
sure.
That would increase the revenue for the pool players, draw more people into the game, and ultimately I think it could get pool on the map a lot better.
Yeah, that's well, one of our and goals that we're trying to do is one of our sister companies creates software to run pool rooms and POS software to run bars and restaurants. And we're implementing our live stream into the software that runs the pool rooms and the bars and the restaurants, so that people can, with a simple connection, put this into their TV streams. Much like the tournament brackets are here, where the people could actually be playing pool, you know, and watching some pool room from around the country stream live their Tuesday night event.
Exactly. I think that's the way to bring pool into the mainstream and really up the ante for all the competitive players.
Right.
And I think we could get a lot of sponsors. I know the local people would be more than glad to jump in and throw some money in if they felt that the locals were watching. And so I was really glad that you guys were able to come and do this. I think it's a real plus.
Well, we feel real welcome here, and it's a great room. The facility is just outstanding. So
thanks. We worked hard on it, putting it together, getting everything going, and yeah, I'm real happy with it too.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, well, looks like we're going to take a short break here for a second. Let's queue up.
Here's some breaking news. Inside Pool Magazine
can't
can
hear
now
us
bring
right
the
now,
world's
but
greatest
it's
players
just a
right to your
commercial,
front
and then we'll
door.
do this.
Subscribe to Inside Pool for the annual price of just $19.99. Each issue is action-packed with high-impact photos, tournament coverage, in-depth player profiles, and much, much more. Call 888-428-7665. That's 888-428-POOL.
But with stuff like this, plus if you get out there, like we have several thousand players in our local
Right.
Started actually in 1934, and then 1960 my father took over. In 1993, me and my brother took over. And also my kids work here too, so that's